It's Christmas! Don't you just bloody hate it when people do that, yeah? That was like 1973, folks. Let's move on. And if you don't know the reference I'm making, what? I mean, it's like a classic. It's bloody millennials. Talkings with Kev. Lowe. I think I can sum up what I think about Christmas with 3 points. 3 points that sort of lead into each other with buts and howevers. Here we go. Christmas is an annual festival commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ. In that sense, it is a Christian celebration, but many non-Christians celebrate it as well. Celebrations, by definition, tend to be quite lavish. But how do we get from just simply commemorating someone's birth to what we see today? So this is point one. Unfortunately, capitalism has all but swallowed Christmas. And in fact, that's what capitalism does to everything. It's just that Christmas is the victim it's most successfully exploited. We are pushed into vast expense, well beyond our means, by buying food and products that the people who make them and profit from them tell you want to buy to make Christmas good. Despite the fact that on Christmas Day they actually have no value whatsoever, because it is the expectation. That's what we're raising our kids on, to expect that of Christmas Day. I'd say not to do so would be an absolute failure. Think about the money we collectively all spend, not just on the gifts and the food, but on the fuel, the travel to get that food, on the manufacturers to make them all, on transport to deliver all this to the shops and to your home, the money and electricity for lights to decorate your house and all down the street, and for the shops selling all this stuff. The carbon footprint of all of this and what that is costing us. We all give as much money as possible to the millionaires who own these things and are no doubt exploiting you and your families by paying you a pittance in order to make this stuff for them, make it for them, drive it round, sell it in the shops for them, only to take back the pittance they gave to you to do all that for them. Why? Because you then go and buy all that stuff that you made for them. All in the name of keeping a pretend character alive for our kids. That's right, kids, yeah. You know Santa, yeah. Well, you know his reindeer, Donna, Dancer, etc, etc. Well, Vixen, yeah. Not real. They've been lying to you. Point two, however, this is a great time for family, whether that be biological family or otherwise. It's pretty much the only time, the only day of the year that we have anymore. That's really important. You can come together with loved ones and enjoy quality time together. Many sociological studies have quite strongly concluded that bonds with family members have great benefits for individuals and for society. It contributes to a number of things: stress relief, healthy self-confidence, healthy eating, and even things like financial situations and crime prevention. Family is a wonderful thing. Treasure it and celebrate it on this day. Yes, while making wonderful memories, we should definitely spare some thought for those of whom Christmas is just not the best time around the world. And I don't mean just round the world in a band-aid sense, which is awful and should give us all cause for thought and to take a long hard look at ourselves. But I also mean closer to home. Last year's statistics estimated that 1.7 older people spent most of Christmas Day alone, with nearly 500,000 not even speaking to anyone once. Centrepoint have estimated that this Christmas Day in the UK, 22,000 young adults will be homeless and up to 135,000 children, with 24,000 other rough sleepers. But not just this, some people find themselves in very dark places inside themselves. You could very well be spending your day with someone who is really struggling. In the bigger picture, there's so much to do with this that we're not doing that we should be doing. But however, let's, each one of us take some small steps. For instance, instead of buying £10 Christmas cards, each for one person, buy a box for which a lot of the money will go to charity. Tighten the purse strings a bit, and if you've got money left over that you're intending to spend, why not spend that and donate that somewhere? Check on what all your friends and family are doing Christmas Day. It's quite likely that you know quite a few people who are going to be lonely Christmas Day. If no one asks, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to come forward and tell you. Could you make an extra plate of dinner and take it to someone? Could you invite them round? Could you do them breakfast? Take round a cup of tea? Just a card? If you know someone who's struggling but you can't do any of that for, make sure you send them a message on the day. And there's lots of other little things I'm sure we can do. So that's what I think about Christmas. We fund the venture capitalists' wet dreams. However, it's a great time for family, but we should remember those who are not going to have such a great time. Have a really great Christmas.